I am Ferdinand Marcos, and I am the President of the Republic of the Philippines. I stand today on behalf of 110 million Filipinos.
Hi everyone, hello Universe, it's me again. Shoutout sa inyo guys, no. Mayroon akong video kapon ni live ko ng gabi. Ito sa huling araw ng hearing ng TRICOM. Dahil sa napakahaba yan mga kababayan, bagamat iba, ayaw nang manood ng pinakamahabang video, no? 5 hours yan. So, dahil dito mga bes, mayroon akong i-upload dito. Ito si Ado. Si Ado, makikita mo dito mga kababayan, talagang parang pinagtatanggol niya pa ang China, no? So, dahil dyan mga bes, ginisa siya ng yung mga sulon. Dahil sa kaka-fake news niya mga kababayan, natatawa talaga ako kay Ado eh. To do deny pa. Pero sa totoo lang, nasupalpal talaga siya, no? Para sobrang natatawa ako kahapon habang pinanood ko. Pero ito, ipapanood ko sa inyo dahil kasi short. Short ito mga besa. Natatawa ko kay Congressman Abante. Kasi sabi niya, makapili ka. Sobrang natatawa talaga ako, no? Talagang, hindi naman sa pinagtulungan siya. Kumbaga, tinatanong lang talaga siya, base doon sa mga post niya. Kasi, puro fake news eh. DDS vlogger to for sure. Para kumpleto detalyado mga kababayan, panoorin nyo ito si Ado versus Sulon. But don't forget guys to likes and follow me. Naloko na. Eto na.
Kay Commodore Ariela. Commodore, kasi wala kasi ako sa mga last hearings no, na we have conducted, no? And napanood ko lang briefly yung iba. So basically yung mga relevance ng testimony mo lies on the your personal experience with the victims ng mga Chinese disinformation campaigns and in relation to the Western Philippine Western Philippine Sea. So what sa lahat ng mga experience that you have encountered with the WPS, yung danger and yung consequence, just a parang nililigaw lang tayo, but the real fight ay nandito naman po sa territory na natin. What I'm trying to point out, hindi naman talaga nila tayo susugudin eh. Hindi naman talaga nila tayo babarilin o talagang i-encounter nila yung talagang traditional na warfare na talagang wawasakin yung ating WPS. But somehow it's a diversionary and somehow dumapokus, and yung focus sa laban dito sa mismong lugar natin, they own properties, yung ating pong mga Chinese citizens ay naging Filipino citizen na, pinabilis yung ating pong mga registration para different establishments are being owned by them, and political intervention, election intervention, yung mga Chinese na nagiging mga politiko, these are the things that they are doing to really somehow invade us. But yung sa WPS, medyo parang diversionary. That's my point of view. I'm reading the silent invasion that the Australia have encountered with the Chinese people or the Chinese government, and somehow parang ganun yung aking interpretation, but that's me, no? So iba kayo yung talagang nasa ground na nakikipaglaban doon sa teritoryo natin. So what's your input?
First of all, sir, I would like to thank the members of the 19th Congress sa TRICOM na to, that for the first time, we're able to address itong misinformation and fake news concerning the West Philippine Sea. But my reaction to your opinion, Mr. Chair, I would like to say that this is not a diversionary tactic of the People's Republic of China. Ang laban natin sa West Philippine Sea, totoo po ito. At ang obserbasyon nyo po in different takes of different fronts na hinakaharap natin ay sinasadya po yan ng China. Ang issue po ng West Philippine Sea is just one portion of the multi-front that the People's Republic of China is doing. I wouldn't agree with you na sinabi nyo pong this is just a diversion. Totoo po na ang atin pong Armed Forces of the Philippines, Philippine Coast Guard, at ang Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources ay nakaka-experience ng bullying, aggressive actions, water cannoning, and they are risking their lives for our position in the West Philippine Sea. Hindi po ito diversion, ito po ay totoong nangyayari araw-araw.
At maraming mga Pilipino ang tunay na naapektuhan doon sa fight against them.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Especially the ordinary Filipino fishermen.
Yeah, and siguro I will agree with you, no? Kasi kayo yung mga nasa ground na nakaka-experience ng hirap na dinadanas ng ating mga members ng ating pong Navy. And salute to all of you, no? Mahirap yung laban, but at the same time, marami din kayong naranasang mga fake na mga news against our members of the armed forces, no? But yun nga po, you want to say something about yung sa mga fake news na thrown against you?
Well, yes sir, no? Mr. Chair, if you will allow me, I'm just going to reiterate, no? I think I mentioned this already twice, the impact of fake news and misinformation in our fight in the West Philippine Sea. Sa pang-ilang beses ko na pong babanggitin, our greatest challenge in our fight in the West Philippine Sea are not just the big vessels of the People's Republic of China, but especially for our fight against misinformation and fake news. Ang pinakamahirap po na laban ng ating pamahalaan ngayon para tindigan ang laban natin sa West Philippine Sea ay ang magkaisa ang mga Pilipino. Ito po ang dahilan kung bakit merong tayong transparency initiative under this government where President Bongbong Marcos supported the publication of all the aggressive actions that has been happening in the West Philippine Sea. Dahil po dito, sa loob ng mahigit na 2 taon na, nalaman po ng ordinaryong Pilipino kung ano ang pinagdadaanan ng ating Philippine Navy, ng Coast Guard, at ng ordinaryong mga isdang Pilipino sa gitna po ng agresyon ng People's Republic of China in the West Philippine Sea. The second positive impact of this is we received tremendous support from the international community. Hindi na lamang po nag-iisa ang Pilipinas sa pagkondena ng maling aksyon ng People's Republic of China pagdating sa West Philippine Sea. But despite of the transparency efforts of the Philippine government, tayo pa rin po ay na-expose sa panibagong laban natin, that is to counter misinformation. Tumaas po ang bilang ng mga social media influencers and even pro-China trolls to counter our own narrative. If we're going to categorize their narrative, ang una, sinasabi nila, it basically undermines our own position. Sinasabi nilang wala tayong legal na basihan, wala tayong napala sa 2016 Arbitral Award. Secondly, majority of them are also saying that ang ginagawang pagtindig ng ating pamahalaan sa West Philippine Sea ay dikta lamang ng Estados Unidos. At ang pangatlo sa lahat, sinasabi nilang Pilipinas ang nagpapataas ng tensyon sa West Philippine Sea. Despite of our evidence showing to the public that is the smaller Coast Guard vessels that are being harassed by the bigger China Coast Guard vessels. At ang pang-apat sa lahat, ang paulit-ulit nilang sinasabi na ang ating mga spokesperson na tagapagsalita pagdating sa pagtindig ng West Philippine Sea ay binabayaran lamang ng US Embassy o dinidiktahan lamang ng Estados Unidos para ilahad itong lahat ng ito. Ang kakaiba rito sa mga trolls and social media influencers na ito, ang linyahan ng kanilang pagsasalita ay naa-align sa narrative din ng China. I wouldn't believe that these are just purely coincidental. I think there is a motivation why they are doing this, and there is a coincidence with the pro-China narrative and the statement of the People's Republic of China to counter our fight in the West Philippine Sea. Karamihan sa mga pro-China influencers na to, they are hiding from the constitutional freedom of expression. Ang sabi nila, opinion lamang nila ito, naniniwala silang wala tayong legal na basihan, wala tayong napala sa 2016 Arbitral Award, at tayo mismo ay dinidiktahan lamang ng Amerikano. Gayunpaman, tayo po ay naniniwala, gaya po ng sinabi ni Justice Carpio, our fight in the West Philippine Sea is intergenerational. Ito po ay ipapamana natin sa susunod na saling lahi ng Pilipino. Kung ngayon pa lamang po, ang ating po mga kabataang Pilipino ay may expose na sa maling impormasyon ng West Philippine Sea, mahihirapan po tayong tindigan bilang Pilipino ang issue ng West Philippine Sea. Mahihirapan pong magkaisa ang Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao para sabihin natin ang laban natin sa West Philippine Sea ay laban nating lahat bilang Pilipino. Ito po ang pinakamahalagang bagay na magagawa po ng 19th Congress to stop misinformation and to make sure the Filipinos will be united with the right information. Naniniwala po ako na ang issue po ng West Philippine Sea, the only way that we can be able to awaken the sense of patriotism of our countrymen is to provide them with the right information. Saka lamang po nila malalaman na hindi po tayo bilang Pilipino ang magkakalaban kung hindi po China. Maraming pong salamat.
Pero naniniwala ka, Commodore Tariela, as long as there is politics in this country, yung pong pagkakahiwa-hiwalay ay magpapatuloy. Why? Kasi may sinusunod ang ating mga kababayan pagdating sa kanilang mga leader sa bansa. Like for example, meron tayong Pulahan, meron tayong Dilawan, meron tayong ano pa ba yan? Green, di ba? And as long as the people are following all these leaders, yung stand nila on pro-China and pro-America, hindi yun yung magiging priority nila. They follow their leaders. And that's the reason why, tama yung sinabi mo kanina, that we need to educate our people that this fight is not against red, against green, or against pink. This is against the intervention of other country. We are a sovereign country. And each and every one of us love our country. But the problem is, napopolarize tayo because of politics. And the people should understand and should learn how to differentiate yung love for your leaders and love for your country. Mahirap tanggapin dahil tayo, ganun din tayo mga politiko. Sometimes kung sino yung leader na ating pinaniniwalaan, we believe all his yung kanyang issues that he's fighting for. And ako, I understand na talagang dapat nating ma-educate yung ating mga tao and try to let them understand that unti-unti na tayong sinisira ng ibang bansa. At maliwanag pa sa sikat ng araw that they're causing this division. Unfortunately, there are those that are being paid to suit the narrative of our foreign invaders. Anyway, so kung meron pong mga question, yung ating mga members, Congressman Isbarbers muna, and then Congressman Abante.
Maraming salamat, Chairman. Before I ask the question to Commodore Tariela, ako po yung naniniwala na minsan po, kagaya po ng sinabi ni Chairman, meron pong politika na involved dito. Ngunit, sa aking punto de vista, Mr. Chairman, ang ibig bang sabihin na napupolitika, kaya nahahati ang may pumapanig sa China, may pumapanig sa Pilipino? I perfectly understand if some of the Filipinos would support a candidate, a local candidate at that. I would perfectly understand kung merong pinapanigan na mga Pilipino rin. Pero kung pumanig ka sa China at tinulak mo ang naratibo ng China, hindi na politika yun. Pag-traidor na yun sa ating bayan.
Tama.
And higit sa lahat, ang nakakalungkot, Pilipino ang gumagawa po niyan.
Yun ang mahirap.
Ngayon, nabanggit
Kasi
kanina ni Commodore Tariela
bayaran sila kasi.
that there are some, I suppose, correct me if I'm wrong, there are vloggers who are actually pushing forward the narrative of China in the issue of West Philippine Sea. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Can you identify them and inform this committee kung sino-sino itong mga to?
Patay ka.
As what I mentioned during the last committee meeting, Mr. Chair, I have identified Mr. Mark Lopez and also Mr. Ado Paglinawan. He has written a lot of articles contradicting the factual narrative of the Philippine government when it comes to our fight in the West Philippines Sea.
Patay ka
Oh,
na
okay.
yun.
So, you also mentioned that there could be a motivation why they're pushing forward the China narrative. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, ano kaya ang motivation, Commodore?
Well, I don't have any idea behind the motivation, Mr. Chair, but we can just probably speculate, no? For some
And
other reason.
based on your speculation, what could have been, or what could have been the motive or motivation of these people who have been pushing forward the narrative of China?
Well, looking at the incidents that happen in different countries, Mr. Chair, we know for a fact that there are people who are using a pro-China narrative, whether in the United States or in Australia or any other countries, because they are being supported financially.
Doon ba sa kanilang mga, did they state some facts on, kagaya po nung sinabi ninyo, na sinasabi nila na kayo ang talagang traidor dahil kayo ay naniniwala sa Amerika? Tama po ba yun?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And did they state some facts or dahilan kung bakit ganun ang kanilang sinabi?
They did not support such claim, Mr. Chair. They just mentioned taksil ako. And for example, for Mr. Ado Paglinawan, he always enjoyed calling me as tonto of Mr. Ray Powell.
Is Mr. Paglinawan here? You are Mr. Paglinawan, sir? Opo. Okay, pwede po bang magtanong sa inyo, sir? Ano ho ang inyong posisyon tungkol sa paglalagay ng mga installations or buildings sa West Philippine Sea ng bansang China? Ano po inyong pananaw dyan?
Ang pananaw ko po dito ay hindi napipinto sa pro-China o pro-US. Dahil kami po sa Asian Century PH. With all due respects to the Congresswoman from Bataan, ang aming pong panuntunan, kumukuha kami ng mga aligasyon, pina-fact check namin. At kung may diversion, nagbibigay kami ng sarili naming opinion. Yan po ang proseso na aming sinusundan. Sa pagtatayo po ng mga installation ng China dyan, yan po ay batay sa kanilang pananaw. Maaring mali yan sa ating pananaw, pero sa kanilang pananaw, tama sila.
Sige po. Sa inyong pananaw, sino ho may-ari ng West Philippine Sea? Yung tinayuan nila ng installation, Mr. Paglinawan.
Unang-una po, kailangan bumalik tayo sa basic definition of terms. Nagbanggit po kayo ng West Philippine Sea.
Excuse me po, sir. Yun na lang po, para hindi po umaba. Doon na lang po sa area where the Philippines claims ownership on those islands na tinayuan po ng China, ng kanilang mga installations. Ano hong pananaw nyo doon? Tayo po ba may-ari noon o sila?
Wala po tinatayo ang China sa mga sa mga lugar na ating inokupa.
Doon ho sa Scarborough Shoal, wala ho ba silang tinayo doon?
Unang-una po, mismo sa testimonya ni Mr. Tariela na antas ng pagpapatupad ng batas ay ang customary law. Yan po ay pinagtitibay ng actual occupation sustain administrative control, and defense if necessary. Magbibigay po ako ng ehemplo. Noong pong 2012, dito po sa, with all due respects, dito po sa inyong privilege speech, sinight ninyo that the occupation of Scarborough Shoal in 2012 marked a significant turning point, with China asserting historic rights as their justification. Isumiti po natin ito sa fact check. Hindi po historic rights ang pinagtitibay ng China sa Scarborough Shoal.
Mr. Chair.
Ang soberanya po na in-exercise ng China sa Scarborough Shoal
Mr. Chair.
is out of the fact that we abandoned control after the start
Okay, sige
of...
po, sir. Teka ho, para ho, medyo lumalawak na tayo kasi sa aking pananaw, I may be wrong. In your case, you may also be wrong. Eh, sabi po ng UNCLOS kasi, yung areang yon ay atin. Kaya nga ho, ang tanong ko sa inyo, ano mang inyong pananaw?
Wala po kayong maipapakita
Mr.
sa
Chair.
akin.
Mr. Chair.
Sa UNCLOS, dayang area na yan.
Hindi ho ba naging dispute yan because ho, nagkaroon nga ho, kaya nga ho nagkaroon ng arbitral ruling noong 2016. Dahil po kiniklaim yan at tayo naman po ay kiniklaim nating ating yan. Sige,
ang
Commodore
arbitral
Tariela,
ruling
excuse
po,
me lang
Mr.
sir.
Chair.
Wait.
Excuse me, sir. Si
Order.
Commodore Tariela.
Let the chair
We all understand that the 2016 arbitral award has already invalidated the historic whatsoever claim of the People's Republic of China. So we should not allow Mr. Ado Paglinawan saying all those lies, because as I said, he's a pro-China fake news purveyor, and we should not allow him to say those kind of things in this hallowed hall of the House of Representatives.
Mr. Chair, abogado po ba si Mr. Pagliawan?
we can ask him. You can ask him personally.
Abogado po ba
Mr.
kayo?
Ado, you are now recognized. Chairman Abante is asking a question. You can answer him
Mr.
directly.
Chair,
Go ahead.
abogado po ba kayo, Mr. Pagliawan?
Hindi po. Ako po ay marunong lamang
Hindi
magbasa.
po kayo abogado. Ano po, marunong kayong ano?
Marunong lang po akong magbasa.
O, pangalawa, ako rin po marunong magbasa eh. Pare-pareho tayo.
Opo.
Oho, pangalawa, kayo po ba'y tagapagsalita ng China?
Hindi po.
Hindi pa. Hindi ho kayo tagapagsalita ng China.
Hindi po.
Pero parang pinagtatanggol nyo ang China.
Hindi po.
Hindi, pinagtatanggol nyo ang China.
Hindi po.
Hindi, pinagtatanggol
Ang
nyo ang China.
pinagtatanggol ko po ay ang katotohanan.
Eh, huwag kayong
Kung ako'y
sumigaw
bibigyan
dito,
nyo ng
sapagkat
pagkakataon,
mas malakas
ay
ang boses ko
sasabihin
sa inyo.
ang
Point of
bakit.
order, Mr. Chair.
Order.
Point of order, Mr. Chair.
Yes. What's the point of order, Chairman Akop, please?
The resource person concerned does not know the rules. So it's better that we remind him of our rules so that any member of this committee will not move to cite him in contempt. I think, Mr. Chair, that is your duty to remind him of our rules.
Mr. Ado, please refrain from talking while the members of this committee is still have the floor. So again,
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
again, wait. This is a reminder to all of us, no, na mga resource persons, no, to answer, sumagot muna kapag nirecognize na po ng chairman. Para meron po tayong kaayusan sa ating pong hearing. Okay, for
Mr.
now,
Chairman, the
for
last
now,
time I check, I have the floor.
Mr. Chair.
But I beg, I will...
Mr. Chair.
Congressman Ako, please.
I would like to remind the resource person na kami nga rito, hindi po kami nagsasalita until and unless we are recognized by the chairman. Now, if you're not going to recognize and obey that rule, I'll be compelled to move to cite you in contempt for disrespect. I hope that is understood. Kanina pa ako rito, nakikinig. And if you notice, if I speak, I ask permission from the chair. Why? Because it's the rule. Now, if you are here, you follow the rule. When you are in Rome, do what the Romans do. I hope that is understood. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Meron lang
Mr. Chair,
sige, maraming salamat, Congressman ako for that manifestation. Congressman Barbers,
Yeah,
but before you proceed, no, kasi you still have the floor. Nag-interject lang si Congressman
thank you
Abate.
for reminding me that I have the floor.
Yeah, you have the floor. But can you allow me to ask some, ano lang? I
You're
just
the
wanted to
chairman,
be educated on this because a while ago, Mr. Ado was telling us that he read about the UNCLOS decision. Is it correct to assume that you have read the UNCLOS decision? You can answer. You are
Mr.
now
Chairman,
recognized. Yes.
bago po masagot ni Mr. Paglinawan yung tanong na yan, meron po sanang tanong muna na tanungin natin siya, ano ho ba ang inyong expertise? Kayo ba ay expert? Ano ho bang inyong credentials, sir? So that we would know na...
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead.
ako po ay nagsilbi na diplomat sa Washington, D.C. from 1986 to 1993.
Ano pong position niyo po doon?
Ako
Mr.
po
Ado?
ay special assistant to the ambassador and concurrent press attaché and spokesperson for the embassy, and for 2 years for the UN Office of the Permanent Representative of the Philippines.
And who was the ambassador during that time?
Ano po?
Sino po yung ambassador during that time?
The ambassador during that time was Ambassador Emmanuel Pelaez.
Emmanuel Pelaez. Okay. So, UNCLOS po, binabanggit po dito kanina, nadinig ko po si Commodore Tariela, that hindi po ako familiar sa UNCLOS. I haven't read the whole decision yet. But what I heard a while ago was that historical claim of China was abandoned by the UNCLOS decision. So, yung kiniklaim nila that that part of the WPS is part of their historical territory had been abandoned by the UNCLOS decision. Would you agree with that? Since nabasa po niyo yung UNCLOS?
Ako po,
Hindi,
Mr.
sagutin niyo po
Chair.
muna ako, sir. Kung yung po ba, would you agree na sa nabasa po ninyo sa UNCLOS decision, yung pong historical claim ng China ay inabandon na nung decision yon? Tama po ba o mali yung nadinig ko kanina? Inabandon na po ng desisyon sa UNCLOS yung historical claim ng China doon sa area natin sa West Philippine Sea. Were you able to read that part? Were you able to read that part? Were you able to read that part?
Mr. Chair, binanggit po ni
Mr. Ado, tinatanong ko lang po kung nabasa po ninyo, sabi nyo nabasa nyo yung UNCLOS decision. Ako hindi. Nakikinig lamang po ako sa usapan ninyo at binabanggit po ni Commodore Tariela that it was abandoned, the historical claim of China on that part. So, ang tanong ko po sa inyo, nabasa niyo po ba yun? Na inabandon na ng
Hindi
UNCLOS
po inabandon yun, Mr. Chair.
So, hindi inabandon ng
Imposible
UNCLOS...
po.
Wait. Hindi inabandon ng UNCLOS decision yung historical claim ng China.
Hindi po. Mr. Chair, babasahin ko sa inyo ang arbitral ruling.
Sige, go ahead. Para maintindihan po namin kung talagang...
Dahil marami pong propaganda na kumakalat. Dito tayo sa letra.
Can you kindly give us your document that you are holding
Ito
right
po,
now?
I agree with Mr. Tariela in the 2016 Arbitral Award, paragraph 278. Dineklara po ng Arbitral Award na yung 9-dash line ay walang legal basis.
So,
Tinatanggap ko po yan.
so abandon yan.
Opo.
Inabandon na yung historical right ng China doon sa 9-dash line.
nag-create sila.
Unang-una po, Mr. Chair, if I may, hindi po naging posisyon ng China sa arbitral ruling yan dahil ang China ay hindi nag-participate sa arbitral tribunal, sa arbitration. Ang nagsumiti po niyan ay ang panel ng Pilipinas. The claims of China in the South China Sea
Mr.
are
Chair.
based on historic titles, based on historic
Mr.
rights, based on history.
Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Okay, ang tinatanong ko po kanina, kung doon po sa desisyon ng UNCLOS, even without the participation of China on that ruling or on that proceeding, ay inabando na ng desisyon yung historical claim ng China doon sa ating pong parte ng West Philippine Sea. Yun po yung tinatanong ko eh.
Hindi po naman UNCLOS ang nagdesisyon, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Arbitral ruling.
Yung arbitral ruling.
Opo.
So yun din po yun eh. It's all
Mr.
the
Chairman,
same.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, just I don't think he's the right person to speak about the UNCLOS decision. In fact, he's getting confused as to what is the arbitral ruling and what is the UNCLOS. Alam mo, Mr. Chair, may I ask, Mr. Paglinawan, you mentioned kanina you're a diplomat, tama?
Opo.
Bakit ka naging diplomat? Are you holding a plantilla position in the DFA? Anong position nyo?
At the time of my appointment, Your Honor, I was a political appointee. But at the time of my termination of tenure,
No, sir.
I was certified by the
Sir,
President to
sir.
have already been joined the ranks.
Sir, hindi ka ho diplomat. Hindi ka ho diplomat. Kasi ang diplomat po, organic po sa Department of Foreign Affairs. Oh, yan po yung mga ambassador. Kayo po ay hindi. Kung special assistant lang po kayo, you're not the right person to speak about that. Anyway, Mr. Chair,
Mr.
maybe
Chair.
we can go to another resource person, Mr. Chair. Meron po kasing information dito eh. You were one of the delegates to the... you were part of the delegation to China in 2015, engaging in various Chinese think tanks.
Kaya
Ano
pala.
ito?
Nagpunta po ako sa China, 2015. Tama po yan. At saka noong 2019, para hindi na kayo mahirapan sa Google.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That explains why he has that kind of a mentality. Salamat po, Mr. Paglinawan.
Mr.
Okay na po,
Chairman,
tapos na po kayo.
Mr. Chair, meron lang ako isang tanong.
Okay.
Kayo po ba ay
Okay.
pro-China?
Wait.
Pro-China ho ba kayo? Dali lang. Gusto kong sagutin niya eh. Kayo po ba ay pro-China?
Hindi po ako pro-China, hindi ako po pro-US. Ako po ay pro-truth. Kung papayagan niyo akong basahin ng arbitral ruling, Mr.
Kayo ay
Chairman,
makapili.
kayo.
Makapili ho kayo, makapili.
Okay, so we will be proceeding to the to the next medyo
Natatawa ako
confusing
kayo.
na po yung
Mr.
binabanggit.
Chair, can I
No,
just-
I'm not recognizing you as of this moment. So please stop interpreting So for the moment, we will be going back to the main topic of our discussion. Yun yung fake news, no? Fake news.
Natatawa
So since merong gray area yung personality ni Mr. Ado, I think we need to proceed to the next item of our agenda. So, do you have other question or queries with Commodore Tariela?
Mr. Chair, si Commodore Tercela nagataas ng kamay kanina eh. I'd like to hear what he would like to say.
Sige, Commodore Tariela, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Pero that was kanina po, sir. But the reason why I was raising my hand when another resource person was saying lies, I would also like to bring up to the honorable members of the TRICOM that based on the last posting of Mr. Ado Paglinawan in his Facebook last May 9, while all of us were very happy for the passage of the Maritime Zones Act, which was signed by the President, according to him, it was a stupid law by Mr. Ado Paglinawan. So we can already fairly judge him based on how he appreciates our fight in the West Philippine Sea with regard to the appreciation of China in our own exclusive economic zone.
Who are the principal authors of that law? Who are the principal authors?
I believe, sir, that majority of you are here or principal authors of the Maritime
Oh
Zone
yeah,
Act.
we approve it in the plenary. Yeah, so we are all stupid. Okay, thank you so much for that.
Mr. Chair, we'd like to find out why Mr. Pagliawan said that that is a stupid law
Yan.
when he is not even a lawyer. Nagbabasa lang siya. Pakipaliwanag nga nyo sa amin, Mr. Chinese man, kung bakit tinawag nyo stupid law yung pinirmahan ng ating Pangulo.
Natatawa ko kay Congressman Abante, guys.
Mr. Chairman,
You are recognized, Mr. Ado.
the Maritime Zones Law, Section 1 and Section 2, Paragraph B. The maritime zones of the Philippines on the western side of the Philippine archipelago, including the Luzon Sea and the territorial seas of Bajo de Masinloc,
Agoy.
and maritime features of the Kalayaan Island Group shall be called the West Philippine Sea. Unang-una po,
Can you just tell us briefly, Mr. Pagliawan, bakit mo tinawag na stupid law?
ito nga po, papunta na po ako doon.
Puntahan nyo na ngayon. Wala na po
Unang-una
tayong
po,
panahon.
Hindi po pwedeng maging subject ng internal law ang pag-create ng territorial sea. Ang territorial sea po ay kini-create ng land sovereignty.
Salamat po. Maraming salamat
Okay,
po.
we will be proceeding to the next item of our agenda. So, punta na po tayo doon sa...
Mr. Chairman, ako meron lang din akong follow-up question
Can you
sana.
skip that part?
Hindi, not that part. Kasi there's another post that he made other than the saying, calling the senators and the congressmen who authored the Philippine Maritime Zones Act stupid. Meron po akong papakita. Gusto ko lang malaman kung kayo sa inyo po galing. Secretary Comsec, can you please play? Can you show the... Ayan. Gusto ko lang malaman, no? Kayo ba nagsabi niyan? Parang hindi kayo sigurado eh. Kayo po ba nagsabi niyan?
Ako, deny to the max talaga. Oo.
Okay, sige, basahin natin ha. Sinabi mo sa inyong post, lalabas na lahat ng katarantaduhan nila sa korupsyon, smuggling, hoarding ng agricultural products. Nagkiklaim pa ng victory si Martin Romualdez sa 2025 elections. Martin, gumising ka na. Baka sa taba mong yan, magka-heart attack ka. Magbagong isip ka na, hindi kayo nagwagi. Anong ibig niyong sabihin dyan, Mr. Paglinawan?
Mr. Chairman, hindi po ako gumawa ng mga na yan.
So, hindi ikaw yun? Hindi ikaw yun?
Ako po yung nandun, pero hindi po ako gumawa ng mema na yan.
So, yung statement na yun, hindi sa'yo galing?
Hindi po.
Okay. Di, salamat. Sige. So, lahat ng hindi nyo pinost yan sa inyong Facebook, ha? Hindi nyo pinost yan sa inyong Facebook account?
Hindi ko po create yung mema na yan.
So,
Wala po yan sa Facebook ko.
So, hindi yan sa inyo?
Hindi po sa akin.
So, may gumawa ng fake news sa inyo?
Opo.
Ayan.
Deny.
Para at least malinaw, pati kayo nabibiktima ng fake news.
Deny.
Anong feeling nung nalaman nyo may nag-fake news?
Ano po?
Anong pakiramdam nyo? Nung nakita nyo na merong gumawang fake news na ganyan sa inyo, anong pakiramdam nyo?
Wala po. That is part of being a blogger. That is part of being a public figure.
Okay.
So, wala
okay.
po, I don't take those things seriously. Kung
Okay.
yan po ay fake news, hindi po ako apektado niyan.
Mas maganda hong ganyan, wag hong apektado, di ba?
Opo.
Salamat po. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay,
So yun, mga kababayan, narinig nyo. Madali lang naman mag-deny di ba? Yan ang hirap Ang lakas-lakas loob nyo magsalita sa social media. Pero pag nakaharap kayo sa TRICOM, di ba? Hindi nyo na kayang aminin. Ang katwiran nyo, hindi mo hindi mo gawa. Pero nandoon ka, mismo isang network ang nag-interview. Yun ang mahirap no? Ang lakas-lakas magbati ko sa social media. Ang tapang-tapang, akala mo kung sino. Pero pag nakaharap mo yung mga sulon, wala na nanginginig ka. Lalo't kung wala kang ebidensya na ipakita. 'Di ba nakakahiya 'yun? Kaya minsan hindi mo maiwasan. Bakit mas favor sila sa China? Bakit parang ang dating parang ang dating kinakampihan ang China kaysa sa sariling bansa. Tapos 'di ba? Hindi mo maiwasan na mag-isip mga kababayan na I think they are paid by some group or hindi natin alam, 'di ba? Yung kaisipan ba, hindi mo maiwasan na magsalita ng ganun, na mag-isip ng ganun na siguro bayaran ng mga 'yan. Parang ang dating ganun, no? So, well guys, ako hindi ko kayang gawin sa aking kapwa Pilipino kahit siguro offeran ako ng malaking pera. Kasi ako mga kababayan, every Sunday nasa church ako since maliit pa ako, no? Matakot po tayo sa karma. Matakot tayo sa maaring kaparusahan na ibibigay ng Diyos. Lalo at ako, mayroon akong mga anak na babae. Siyempre, may lalaki. Kaya, mahirap mga kababayan Natatakot ako talaga sa maaring consequence or karma na darating sa buhay ko. Hindi man mangyari sa akin, mangyari sa mga anak ko. 'Di ba? Matakot po tayo sa Diyos, kaya gumawa tayo ng kabutihan. Tayo mga Pilipino, tapos gaganyanin mo. Mismo yung bansa mo, ikaw magdadrag. Sisirain mo yung bansa mo. Yung ibang bansa ang pinopromote mo dahil bayaran ka. Parang ganun ang dating, di ba? Milyon ang bayad sa'yo. Ganun ba yun? Nagmumukhang pera yung iba. Parang ganun ang dating sa akin mga kababayan. So yun guys, ang aking pinaka-latest updates video. Mayroon akong video dito, kaso lang napakahaba. Kaya ginawa kong short para makita nyo paano nila ito ginisa si Ado, no? Ang lakas ito sa kanyang channel, ang lakas magsalita ito, guys, no? Nakaka-imbier na lang pero ganoon walang pakundangan. Hindi natin alam bakit ginagawa nila 'yun. So yun guys, no? Siguro dahil hindi nila gusto ang isang politician or mayroon silang sinuportahan na politician. Di ba? Maraming salamat sa inyong watching. See you again on my next upload. Bye bye bye, and babus. God bless Philippines.